Hey everyone, hope you're all doing good. Bonfire night is fast approaching. And where are we? We're on the Friday before that weekend. Looking at the weather forecast at the moment for the Midlands, it looks okay for actual bonfire night, sort of firing time in the evening. I'm going to be in Bristol tomorrow for a couple of shows, Saturday and Sunday, and it's kind of touch and go until about 12 o'clock tomorrow, and it looks like the weather's going to clear up, so if we can set up a bit later we may do that. Anyway, that's what I'm doing, and because of that I never get to let off my own fireworks or anything on November the 5th because I'm helping out with displays and stuff. So that's what all this lot is about. I'm just going to have a bit of fun later on myself. So, but what I wanted to talk about was my new fireworks stash delivery. When I say fireworks stash, I mean I'm probably not going to be firing these on November the 5th. Well, I won't be firing these on November the 5th this year. I don't know. But I really wanted to show you this. This is the Kimbolton Platinum selection. Now, I've got a bit of a dilemma with this because I am collecting Kimbolton stuff, even though it's not the vintage stuff. I do intend to get some of that soon-ish from various collectors that have some spare bits and pieces that they want to sell. But even though this is the newer stuff, I just don't know, I might just keep this again, like the little silver box I've got for posterity. I'm not sure. But this is the Platinum Selection box. Now, just a quick little story, I don't want to bore you, but the actual owner of Kimbolton Fireworks, I was chatting to him and he said that he wanted to remake this Platinum Selection box. This was a couple of years ago, and I was talking to him about how it was a Cat 3 box at the time. Now, they have remade it since Phoenix Fireworks took over Kimbolton, but it's F2. So this Platinum Selection box does not contain any 1-3 stuff at all, but it should be better than your average selection box. For instance, the NEC in the box, you probably won't be able to see it, I'll have to read it out to you, but the NEC is 1,208 grams, so that's not bad. Oops. So let's have a look inside, shall we? There aren't that many fireworks inside here, but it's nice and full. So we've got a rather large wheel called Ice Dance, and this is 78 grams. It's got a big old nail there. It'll take some time securing this one. I recommend that you somehow get a big post in your garden. Don't do this on a fence. Get a big post and make sure it's good and strong and stable enough so that you can nail this in, and you should get a really good effect with that. I haven't seen this yet, so one day I will. But that's the big wheel that you get in the box. You get a couple of candles, both called Dragonflies. They're 5-shot candles, and these candles are 28 grams. So, they'll be okay, won't they? I should have had a look at the effects before, but very often you know what these things are going to do. So we'll see when we give them a go. I'll probably demo one of them. So there's 2 of those Dragonflies candles, and they're quite chunky, 15mm maybe. Okay, the obligatory glittering gemstones fountain makes its way back again. This is a huge crackling fountain. Don't get this unless you like crackles. 220 grams. I did show you one of the old packaging of this, so there's potentially 3 different packagings you can get from this. There's the old BS, there's the one previously, and now this is the Phoenix packaging. But glittering gemstones, big fountain, lots of colour. We've also got a couple of Northern Lights. This is your typical pearl cake, and it's 48 grams. And you've seen these kind of things before. They're just very small, little coloured pearls. And there's another one here. So you get 2 of those, and these are called Northern Lights. In the bronze and gold Kimbolton box, you get this fountain called a 5-star, and it's quite heavy, and it's 65 grams. So let's have a look. Oh, I'll pull the fuse out there, it's not a problem. We will sort that out at a later time. I just want to see actually what's inside here. Alright, now you've seen other box fountains. Well, this has 1, 2, 3, 4 tubes in, completely filling the box. Now that's a box fountain. I think this is another big crackly fountain, but at least, you know, it's not over packaged, which is brilliant. I'll fix that fuse later on. This is interesting. This is a rotating fountain. You've probably seen a few things like this on different videos, especially from the States and stuff, but we will see. The NEC in it is 83 grams, so it's not massive for the size, so can't resist it. Let's have a look. So much for collecting. There you go. So that's pretty darn great, isn't it? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tubes, which look like they're sort of 20-gram tubes. I don't know, actually that's going to exceed the amount. Obviously, there's obviously a lot less in there. And then you've got 3 drivers, and they're lined up with holes that are in the side that will very quickly burn through that. So you'll have 3 drivers that are propelling this around, and it will be in that direction, and the fountain's out the top. So 83 grams. This one is called Winter Showers, battery of fountains. So it's a nice, interesting little piece. I just couldn't resist taking the top off. Quite a lot of space, but you can see that, you know, to allow for all this apparatus to work correctly and be spaced, it's kind of justifiable, isn't it? Okay. Fuji Fury big fountain. This is 210 grams. I wonder if it's going to crackle. We will see. But I should imagine the performance on this would be really, really good. So we will see. Or not, because I might not fire it. I don't know. I'm really in 2 minds about just keeping this box. I mean, I know I've done that, but it's just a bit of paper on the top. Looks good. Probably in competition with Glacier Rising by Celtic or something like that. Though I think Glacier Rising is a bigger piece. But anyway, 210 grams. 2 more things in the box. We've got Royal Parade, which is a battery of shot tubes, which is a typical 200-gram cake. Lots of nice clay on the bottom, or whatever they've used. And possibly 15 mil tubes. They're quite thick walls, so maybe it's 10, I can't tell. Does it say? Does it really matter? Check videos to see what this does. It's got some nice labelling on. And the last cake in the box, I love this labelling. I really do. It may not be in focus, I don't know. But I love the design, it's really nice. This is another 200-gram cake. It's called Final Countdown. Try not to think about the music, it'll be stuck in your head all night if you do. Another battery of shot and tubes, another 200 gram cake. How many shots? I can't be bothered to count them, but it looks, these could be 15 mil, so there you go. That is the Kimbolton Platinum Selection Box. There's no messing around, there's no small pieces in there that just don't perform or do anything. Price wise, I've seen this go from anywhere between 120, which I would never pay, down to about 80 or 75. Don't quote me on that, shop around, you can get some good deals. I got this as a fantastic deal from Chesterfield Fireworks. I know I'm in the Midlands, but I do a lot of work on displays that are further up the country, so there you go. Let's put that out of the way. So I've also got some Skystorm Rockets. These are very much in the ballpark of Warhawks. I've not fired these before, but I have told they're good. It's typical I didn't look up the NEC before, but you can imagine they're comparable. 63 grams. By the way, here is a Warhawk, the thing that started all this off, and it's 60 grams. And let's have a look at what you actually get inside. Pop the top off. I don't know if you can see that, but about halfway down, there is the payload inside there. So with your Warhawk, you've got your driver, and so up to about there is effectively what you're going to get. So is there a need for all of this? Does the cap help with aerodynamics? I don't really know. Tell me what you think. But even with a fabulous Warhawk, you can see that only half of that tube is used. Is it for expansion? I don't think so. And that top comes off really easily, so that's not going to trap anything before it gets blown off. So yeah, Skystorm. Again, I got these from Chesterfield Fireworks, so a really good deal. There is 5, one of them's broken, I'm going to have to repair the stick. It's not a problem, just put a new stick on. And I've got a box of goodies here. What I wanted to show you was this. It's the Celtic Quiet Ones pack. There isn't a great deal to show you in this really. There's 6 cakes. See, they're quite long tubes, that can help with height. And they're 123 grams. Maybe there's going to be some variations in that, but they're all labelled as Q1, Q2, Q3, etc. I'd imagine they're all going to be 123-ish grams, okay? So, check the videos for these. They are what they say, quiet. There are 2 or 3 really standout ones. Just for the purpose of the video. 6 lovely cakes. The box, I love the Chinese dragon. Let's face it, all our fireworks are made in China, even the ones that are imported from Europe are still made in China, but the specification of them is for the European market, in other words, a lot better. This one's 171 grams, so that's interesting. I can read out the descriptions, but essentially it's Q1, Q2, Q3, etc. That's the names of them. And they are lovely low noise cakes. So they'll go in my children's display. Again, I got these at a fantastic deal from Chesterfield Fireworks. And get yourself, if you're around there, go and check it out. Chesterfield Fireworks, of course, is in Chesterfield. So that's the Celtic quiet ones. So let's see what else is in here. We've got In the Money by Primed, it's a 136 gram cake. Nicely made. I like Primed, I think they're very, very excellent. Celtic Ding Dong, love this, it's great. Sort of twirling silver kind of snake type spinners to big colourful bursts, really good. I'm always amazed at the performance of Celtic cakes. 20mm ball, in fact what does it say on here? 25mm ball, sorry. Multicolour, medium noise, it's pretty loud though. 198 grams, Ding Dong, can't recommend it. It's brilliant. I say can't recommend it, I can't recommend it any more highly. Evolution, again, really great cakes. Something about cakes with red tops on, I really like. But these are fabulously made fireworks. The effects are really good. This is 25 shots. 35 seconds burn time. 156 grams of net explosive content. Here's Starlight. This is a bigger piece, but it's only 200 grams really. So you compare that to that. It's a 200 gram cake, 30 seconds burn time, but 36 shots. And lastly, I've got Pink Mojo, obviously that's for my daughter, but these are really great. It's a 333.5 0.5 gram cake. It's 30 meter effect height, 40 seconds burn time, 25 shots. It's quite a nice big cake. I think it's 25mm ball, and this is its blue counterpart, obviously for my son. Blue Mojo. I've seen the videos of these, they're really great. Lovely big bursts. Definitely pink and definitely very strong blue on that one. So, let's just get these out of there for now. The following bit of video footage is really useful and informative, and it shows me sticking quick match onto Visco and how to use an E-match to light the firework via an electrical firing system. It's all really interesting and looks great, but it's not actually on camera. So yeah, sorry about that. I will get this angle thing sorted out soon. I hope it's not too annoying. I think when I showed some of the cakes as well, it's not actually picked it up. So, but when they do go down on the table, you can see what they are. So, sorry. I don't get to light fireworks on November the 5th anymore because I'm always out doing shows. So I've just got a few bits that I want to goof around with later on. Just a bunch of rockets, silly cow petrol rockets. I'm going to use the other two shot tubes that I had out of the Blue Cosmos box. These were nice. That was a great comet. Gemstones will probably be just something else variation. I'm going to try the rest of these, or some of the rockets from the standard hypersonic. I fired one of these last year and it had a really loud report at the end, but we'll see. That was just a fluke. The shot tube also comes in the hypersonic rocket pack box. That's 10 grams. And the other two precision pulse candles, they had a little break, which was quite good. The obligatory warball, as I said, with now the top that comes off. And what I might have some fun with, like I'll get the cone, and what I can do is, this is obviously a professional igniter system. You put your E-match in there, pop it in, wrap it round the shoulders on there, and what I can do with that is just slip that 5-strand Chinese match onto there, take that over, put my E-match into there, obviously connect it to my firing system and remotely trigger the fountain. There's definitely so much fire that it will ignite the visco, even though the visco has like a waterproof outside and it burns in the centre. It will consume everything, but with the quick match on there, there'll be enough fire and that will ignite that. I've got a bit more here to mess around with if I need. Even if I'm going to bother, I might just use the torch. So there you go. Have a great November the 5th. I'll get back to you with my reports on the two shows, whether they were another November the 5th in the trenches in the rain or a lot more fun than that. Please stay safe. Enjoy yourself, have a party, but please stay safe. Don't forget to support your local pyro. And when I say local pyro, I don't really mean me, I mean your local pyro. And God bless.